Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of Brawl, but a different kind of Brawl. It's going to be a subscriber deck Brawl. Today we're going to be playing with Sunnyside's Illuna deck. So Illuna Apex of Wishes is a team at 6/6, hopefully for 6, because we're going to be casting it on the Mutate, preferably anyway. It says, whenever this creature mutates, you exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land permanent card. Put that card onto the battlefield or into your hand. So, I'm going to be playing around with this particular version, though I do eventually want to come back and build my own. I feel like this card has got a few things in here that I wouldn't normally put in. Things like Once Upon a Time. I'm really not too hot on this card. I think it's just kind of meh. It's great in your opener, but after that, I don't think you really need it. Because, you know, you could use it to fix in the early game, but Brawl has a free mulligan, so, you know. And then there's also Frilled Mystic, which is not a card that you really want to hit with Illuna. I'm not a fan of this one either, but I'm going to keep the deck as it is, so hopefully it can change my mind. Maybe it can even inspire me to build my own version with some changes, because I think it roughly looks like how I would build it. I just think there's a few cards in here that I just don't have too much of a connection to be honest. So we're going to be playing this one around for a couple of games, so hopefully you enjoy it, and yeah, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you do. Take care, guys. This video is brought to you by the generous support of our wonderful patrons and channel members that you see here. If you'd like to support the channel and get access to cool content like sneak peeks, bonus videos, polls on future content, or access to a personal deck critique from myself every month, then hit the join button below the video or check out the Patreon link down in the description below. With all that said, let's get into the gameplay. Alright, we're in. We got the card I hate, but otherwise we got some mana dorks to get us to Chandra or Illuna. Got an Omnath matchup here, so should be pretty interesting. Hello, opponent. How are we today? Hopefully we're doing fine. Hopefully all is well in your world. Wish you all the best, good luck, have fun, all that. Alright, Arcane Signet, go. So we could go Circuitous Route next turn. Rather than Chromatic Lantern. It does cost us 2 life to do that. Might be worth doing. Or we could hold open Frilled Mystic. See, this is also my problem with Frilled Mystic. Not only do you hit it on Illuna and not really care every single time that happens, but also, like, in the early game, I'm not going to want to use it, because I'm wanting to progress my board to get to Illuna. I guess I could... See, if this was like 5, I could see myself flashing this in on 5, Illunaring on 6 onto the Frilled Mystic. I'm just not big on any of what's happening. I guess I just have to Frilled Mystic, because they'll Omnath me next turn if I don't, I guess. I just don't love this card at all. I don't think it fits. Yeah, get rid of it. Whatever. Counter. Gilded Goose. Sure. Yeah, we've got a Phoenix. It takes 4 to mutate. So I could go 1, 2, 3. No, I couldn't. Am I just ramping here? I might just ramp. Yeah, let's just ramp. Circuitous Route, grab all the gates. Oops. Gorilla Guild Gate. Simic Guildgate. It's so finicky, this UI sometimes. Get in for 3. Pass the turn. So we've got some big plays. We can Illuna, which is the whole point of the deck, so I think that's what we're going to do. Well... You attack as a 6 power. She doesn't die from doing that. That's very annoying. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go for Illuna. Mutate. Basically gives us haste and we get to swing through the Gilded Goose and take Nissa to a lower life total than otherwise. And maybe we hit something that takes her to the rest. Uro. You know what? I accept an Uro. Give me a land. Yo. Bit of thinning as well. Look at that. Doesn't allow us to do anything, but it's there, I suppose. Oh. Nissa's dead now? Thanks, I guess? Okay. Didn't need to die, but that's fine.
I must go.
I don't know what that line means. Maybe it's just bad math calculations. Who knows? Migration path. Alright, I'm just going to crack this fabled passage, move on with my life. Let's grab some red, I suppose. I'm not sure what I need, to be honest. I really should have my deck tracker up at this point. Of all the decks that I should have my tracker open for, it's the one that I did not build, and therefore I do not know very well. But for some reason, it's gone. I didn't even close the client from the last time I had it, which is really weird. Alright, so they've got 2 mana to work with. Looks like they're going to go for it. Voracious Hydra. So I could Chandra minus, it gets them off of Incubation Druid. It doesn't kill the Forest token because it's an elemental. I think I might go Guardian Project perhaps. Or do we Phoenix just for the extra mutate? It doesn't enter the battlefield, so the Guardian Project mutate isn't really a thing. I don't know. Maybe it's Chandra minus. I could see myself maybe going the -3 on the Forest, but then Incubation Druid can adapt. I think we'll just go with Chromatic Lantern and kill the Forest with the Hydra, I guess. This can go for an X4. Just kill the Forest. Makes for a safer fight. That one. Makes for a safer board state later down the line. I've already got the pressure on anyway. Alright, so the floating mana. I'm going to put £10 on. That they don't have anything to do here other than make food. Tapping down. You owe me £10, chat. It's worth doing, I suppose, but... Eugene! Boo!
In a vast multiverse.
Boo! Command zone, please. Well, Eugene's dead. I've never had any luck with Omnath decks. Maybe now that we've got Illunas and things, that might actually change now into a wedge set where multicolored matters. But yeah, with Omnath, never really had any luck with it. So our opponent can currently double block in order to keep Eugene alive. But what I can do is I can Chandra minus to leave them with nothing. And then swing with Eugene. Yeah, and kill them that way. Really weird plays from there. They didn't have to have their Nissa die. I think he was going to die eventually, but they didn't have to have it die right then and there. Just to, I think they made a food token or something. Oh no, they growth spiraled. Really weird play, but yeah. Managed to outvalue them, I suppose, so happy with that. Okay, we're in, and we're up against Nethroi, Apex of Death. A pretty strong commander, actually. If you manage to successfully mutate this, then you get to return any number of target creatures with total power 10 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So basically, a go-wide strategy where the Storm's Wrath is going to be very useful. However, if you kill the thing in response, then you just get yourself a 5/5 Death Touch lifelink for 5, or for 7, technically. So that's also very strong. I'm going to keep this one. We've got turn 3 Domri, an early game removal spell for a mana dork that does not put it into the graveyard, which is pretty important against this matchup. Let's just go with the Guild Gate. On the off chance they don't play anything, then I don't have to shock myself here, or I do if I need to. So, nice mana base. Leafkin Druid. So is that worth coiling? I think it is, since we've just drawn the Triumph. So we'll kill the mana dock, put it into the exile zone instead of the graveyard, and then we'll play our Triumph. Almost set up for an Arasta of the Endless Web, but I think I lead with Guardian Project first. A way that our opponent's deck really gets out of hand is by filling the graveyard up and going very wide. If we always have the answer, we're going to be in a good spot. So far our opponent's got an Incubation Druid, but currently no black mana, which means this is basically just adding green or white. So we'll see. Necropanther. Not sure why they did that. It's very weird. Very weird indeed. Let's go with Temple, so we can see what the Guardian Project would get us. I think a Chandra's fine, right? I'm gonna draw that, and then next turn, hopefully, draw a little bit more. I think I'll go with Arasta, and then Domri can minus if we want to, or we can land Chandra to minus as well. Got many options here, to be honest. Cavalier of Thorns. Yeah, okay. It's a pretty big one for them. Alright, so they've got themselves a Celebrant, a Acolyte, and a Starix, so pretty much set up ready to go for this Nethroi. You can see why it does a lot very quickly. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go with Circuitous Route then. Notice my deck tracker isn't working. Don't know where it is, but it's gone. So we could go with Illuna here. It means we can Octopus onto it, draw a card, and actually use the Cascade. It's also a possibility. I think I'm not totally against that, honestly. We get to draw a card, so we kind of get some value that way. We've got a bigger blocker than our opponent has attackers now as well, so we don't have to take any damage. Maya Triton. Yeah, just fill in that graveyard. It's 2 lands though, so that's really good for us. And a Knight of Autumn. I'm going to kill the Arasta or the Guardian Project. Guardian Project's definitely the better one to pick. Alright, so as it currently stands, it's not looking good to blow up our opponent's board when there's a Nethroi on the line, because it basically brings back everything. So we don't gain anything from that. Does this minus exile? It does. It does. So I think we just want to Sea Dasher Octopus for now on Illuna. Goes under Illuna, and we Cascade. I'm hoping for a big spell. A Phoenix. Okay. Better than nothing, I suppose. And let's get in with Illuna. If they block with Cavalier, then we shock it with a Stomp and we draw a card. Command Tower. Let's just do Circuitous Route. I want to thin the deck. Let's get a Guild Gate and a Guild Gate. I think we have Field of the Dead in the deck, so having all the special lands is definitely ideal. Death's Oasis. Yeah, I just have to hold these board wipes until after Nethroi comes. I don't really have a choice in the matter. So they want to put Knight of Autumn in the graveyard. Do I take 9? I think I'd take 9 because I swing back. It's such a weird position to be in. I think I kind of have to enable them. Unfortunately. Again, I can wipe after. It's not like they'll be hasting out, in theory. I should be able to at least kill everything, or most things, with the 4 damage. We got Shatter the Sky. Oof. Alright, to the command zone then. Cavalier gets to pull a card back. Death's Oasis does its thing. Yeah, so I think we're just going to Chandra and start ticking up. We saw a Murderous Rider go into the yard, so they need like Mythos. Oh, they're going to keep Murderous Rider. Oof. I think that's what they were doing anyway. Or did they choose not to? There's a Brood Moth. I don't even know what these triggers are doing anymore. They're basically getting a creature back with less converted mana cost, so I'm guessing this one's... Oh, this one's from the Cavalier. And then this one doesn't do anything because it's a 3 mana. Oh no, they got the Triton. Does this let you pick anything? My god, it does. That's insane. Okay. This leaves me with 3, 6, 7 mana. Let's go. What do we want to do here? Domri, tick up. Leaves us with 6. We can go Domri, tick up Chandra. Or we could play Illuna, but I want to mutate onto something, to be honest. So maybe it's Temple. Voracious Hydra seems okay. Let's draw that. Can't play Chandra, because it's just going to die. So I'll just play Domri as a bit of bait. Just tick it up. I guess we can stomp. There we go, and then just pass the turn with that. And go with Corpse Knight so they can start draining us for things entering the battlefield. That's a good Voracious Hydra target. Yeah, Nethroi is just such a good commander. So good. Alright, what does this cost me? Everything. I think we're going for it. We get something back on the battlefield, we get to attack as well. They've got only green mana up in here, so... Oh, dang it! That's a number. I guess Fibblethip doesn't belong in the deck anymore. Oof. I have to have a land here, I think, for Fabled Passage. Yep, Fibblethip out the deck. We've discovered a flaw. We will tick up and put a Bone Crusher Giant out. So yeah, now we're not going to get any value on Illuna, and it's just going to die to a Murderous Rider next turn. Here's Nethroi. Alright, well, we get to block the Bone Crusher on Nethroi, so that's not too bad, but they are going to get to enter here, and everything entering is going to deal the damage. And then I'm going to Storm's Wrath, and then everything's going to come back again the next turn with Nethroi and deal damage. You need actual Graveyard Hate, I think, for this card. If this ever becomes popular, you're going to need to run some Graveyard Hate, like Ley Lines of the Voids and things of that nature. Because this is honestly insane value. And they can do it next turn. And there ain't nothing I can do about it. Yep. Block or die. So he comes back. He doesn't mutate though, so there is that. Still real bad. I just don't know what we can do. He's got Death Touch, so we could fight him with Illuna and then we lose. It's insane. Alright, so to kill Brood Moth would be ideal. So let's tick down with Illuna. Fight that.
My wild beasts will bring your comeuppance.
Yep. Die in a different way. That's basically what this is going to be. I'm going to die in a separate way. Then I need to just die somehow elsewhere. Is just everything is 3 except for Nethroi, which is the only card that matters. So I can Voracious Hydra and then Storm's Wrath and then just die. I could just die. Is what I could do. And just swing for 7 and block with whatever they feel like blocking with. Don't matter, it's coming back next turn anyway. Yeah, you need Graveyard Hate in your deck now. If this takes off, that's exactly what needs to happen. Let's just go to command zone. Take some damage. Oh, it didn't die because it went back to the command zone. Alright, and then we do... I'll just kill myself. Just end it. I'm done. Alright, next game. Okay. We're in. We have turn 1. Oh, the mana's really awful here. The hand's pretty good, though. Oof. Everything's a tap land, but the hand is very good. We're up against Kyara, Behemoth, Beckoner. So I'm going to want to be able to pressure that. Questing Beast's one way to go about it. Early game, Lava Coil, kill Mana Dorks can also be a thing. I think we keep this. And I'm just going to go for the Temple. That's what I'm looking for, an untapped land. Alright, so now I have an untapped land for whenever I need it, so I can play on curve now. Or if they do nothing, I can play something different. So in this case, I might go with... I'm probably going to go with Castle Vantress, actually. That means Steam Vents into Fabled Passage is a thing from the Uro. And then I've got Questing Beast to pressure. I might have a Tail's End here, perhaps. No, it's now going to be a Gruul Guildgate, but still. The line works out nonetheless. No Tail's End. Let's get the tap land down now. There's an argument to go for the Fabled Passage to thin the deck. But I think an always tapping land is probably best to get down now. Especially considering we get to do some pretty nasty stuff. Opponent can play Kyara here. I can smack them in the face. I'm gonna go with Dryad, eh? Ah. Makes a lot of sense. 5 mana. This is probably where I Questing Beast. Although there's a Mutate here to kill the Dryad. I can do that later. So I can go in for the Questing Beast. In with the Questing Beast, hit our opponent. Force them to have something bigger. At that point I should have Ravager Worm and a Lava Coil available. I also have Gem Razor to kill Dryad on a Mutate. Okay. I'm liking our situation. I think I want more green? That's a tough one. I actually don't know. Another situation where I'd really like to see my deck tracker, because I know I've got the ultimatum in here and I just can't quite remember what the color pip combo is. What is the three colors in the middle? It's unknown to me. So, opponent's going to be really sad when they play the Kyara if they don't play it with anything else, because I'm going to turn this Questing Beast into an Illuna, and it's going to keep all 19 lines of text, but in addition it's going to have Illuna on it as well. So it's going to be a 6/6 that deals 6 when it attacks my opponent's face, and our opponent will likely tap down to 6 here as well. So unless they have something like Cavalier of Thorns, we're going to be in trouble. Because Kyara gonna die. Nissa, who shakes the metagame. Yeah, that's dead. Alright. So we just have to deal this to an opponent. We can't deal it to one Planeswalker and hit the other, unfortunately. Gonna go Lotus Field. Then pass. Yeah, I really think that they're hoping that this works out better than it does, which it won't, unless they've got counter magic. Unless they have counter magic here. So I do have Ravager Worm, so I could fight. The Dryad. Stops the Lotus Field from being a forest. Gives me 2 attackers. They're forced to chomp with the Lotus Field or lose a Planeswalker. That seems a little bit better. considering that countering legends is a potential thing that they could do here. Alright, so we're going to go haste. We're going to fight the Dryad. This must make them explode. If they don't have an answer to this right now, they have 4 mana to work with. Brazen Borrower. That's just not a great answer in my eyes, to be honest. Let's go after... Who do we want to go after? I guess it's Kyara. Nissa. It's actually tough. You can see both of them being a problem. I'm not going to be able to stop either one of them, so it's when I go back at Questing Beast or Illuna, which one do I want to make sure is dead? I guess I'll go after Kyara, because I can Lava Coil any lands that they animate from this point forward. So let's stop that card advantage, I guess. Okay. So Lotus Field is no longer a forest, which means it's back to tapping for 3 mana. But they do have 8 mana to work with here, so it's a lot to do. It's actually more than that. Oof. Woof. Well, we can get that with Gem Razor. You're 4/4? Yep.
Ocean surges, life thrives.
And then they can untap. Gonna go with Bonder's Enclave, I guess? Yep.
Behold, nature's true power.
Finessing this is quite the task. They only had a bounce for us last time. But now they have a lot of options, to be honest. Lots of fight creatures. It's just a 3/3. Is that punishable by death? So we can kill something. Because we can go Questing Beast, double attack Kyara. Stops them untapping the Nyx Lotus, but I really need the Nyx Lotus to die. Could also stick it onto Illuna. Do Illuna, Cascade, Swing, Kill. I suppose we've also got Hydroid, Krasis, Die to Lava Coil. And then there's just Questing Beasts. I really want to put an Illuna on a Questing Beast. I don't think I'm going to get the opportunity, but... Alright, kill Kyara. Send 4 up face, redirect to Nissa. So she's dead next turn. Do they want to just play Kyara next turn? Is that a thing they want to do? It appears so. Oh no, Thrashing Brontodon. That doesn't have any targets just yet. How many lands have we got for Field of the Dead as well? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Any land is a Field of the Dead trigger now, which gives us Illuna targets if we want to apply it to something a lot less risky. I doubt it though, because look how much text Questing Beast has on it. Look how much more text it could have on it. You know that has to be done.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Got lots of mana. Leafkin Druid is currently the best they can do with it. Could Kyara now untap Nyx Lotus, make 5 mana.
Don't mind if I take my octopus for a walk?
My octopus for a walk. Okay, Kyara, calm down. She's so posh. Oh my.
1 drop. Rip.
6 mana for Nyx Lotus. I love Kyara decks. They're kind of a bit all in, or at least the version I play is, but passing. You untapped just to pass. We know you've got Brazen Borrower. Well, now I'm going to force your hand, I think. I'm just going to go with Gem Razor. Let's go Stomping Grounds. Which is this? 3 mana. 1, 2, 3. So I've got 5 mana to work with. Yeah, I think I'm just going to tap land, make a zombie. Turn that zombie into Gem Razor. Destroy the Nyx Lotus. Or get a 4/4. Now they have to use the Nyx Lotus pre-combat. Okay. Goodbye, Nyx Lotus. It really died? They weren't even going to float for Brazen Borrower? Fascinating. Okay, Fibble Thip. Gilded Goose. Alright, that gets blocked. That gets sent. Nissa essentially... Well, we have Brontodon and Leafkin Druid blocking both, and they get to keep their spells. But our board state's very good. So yeah, they got the right blocks. Leafkin blocks Ravager, otherwise it dies. You don't want to lose Nissa, do you? Okay. Land. This is where they could explode into a mass of value, but so could we. Next turn is definitely a massive value level of play for us. Our Boreal Grazer, sure. With nothing. Yeah, they've really whiffed. They didn't take a very good hand, I don't think. Lots of ramp, but they didn't have a payoff. And they didn't really have the creatures either to draw cards off of Kyara. So they couldn't dig into a payoff. Unless I'm missing something. They could have the Garruk's Whatsamajigger to give +3/+3 there and have lots of 6/6s. So I would probably block with Fibblethip and Gilded Goose if they all attacked there. I wouldn't block with anything else though, because I think I win on the swing back. But I win right now, so pretty good. Alright, let's go for one more game, I think. Oof, this is going to be a rough one. I think I'm keeping this one on the strength of Growth Spiral into Uro. So we're up against Teferi Time Raveler. Pretty miserable commander all around. Pretty miserable card all around. Complete mistake all around. Insert more comments about how Teferi is bad. Growth Spiral and Whiff. Fantastic. Alright, so... yeah. We're up against Counterspell Tribal by the looks of things. Guess I might try for the Rhythm of the Wilds. Both they can Teferi minus, so I don't know about that. I want to get this thing down though, so that they can't really counter. If they're going to minus on that, then I can just play it again. And we can keep replaying it to the point where our opponent can't use counter magic on us, so long as they don't have Teferi on a higher amount. So now Illuna is an option for us. Or do we want to go with Uro? Could even go for Storm's Wrath, but it opens up Teferi next turn just to play a land and do the tap-in shenanigans. I'm kind of interested in just passing, to be honest. We get Frilled Mystic. Oh, no. Frig.
Oh, guess what? Teferi's got a passive.
Prison spells, ladies and gents. One-sided prison spells. You gotta love them, right? I'm gonna hit the Field of Ruin because Genesis Ultimatum is a thing, and we need to deal with it. So yeah, I was hoping to flash in Frilled Mystic there, because Frilled Mystic would land smack bang on Teferi's loyalty right now. But if it's not immediately obvious, that didn't work out. Alright, I think I'm just going to go with Uro. Try for this Genesis ultimatum, maybe. Doesn't matter. Be dead. Alright, so we got red, red, green, 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 blue, blue. We have Genesis ultimatum next turn. Do we go for a Storm's Wrath and then force our opponent... Actually, no, we go for the hasty Gem Razor to kill Teferi, I think. Can't counter it, so they need instant speed removal. And if they take the whole turn next turn to Teferi, then we get to Genesis ultimatum without counterspell worries. Instant speed board wipes. Fair and balanced. You know...
Trust me, I have a plan.
Let's keep ranting, shall we? It's almost as though these cards were sorcery speed for a good damn reason. Because they might not be balanced if they weren't. Do I really not have red, red? Oh, it's blue, blue, blue. It's not green, green, green. You fool! You fool. Let's just do Guardian. No, it's Storm's Wrath. Kill Gadwick. Kill Tef. Pass the turn. We're almost at Uro mana. We can bring him out with haste as well, which is pretty fun. Ah, Leyline. Fantastic. 1, 2, 3, 4. Loses with 3 mana. I'm just going to flash in Thrix. Makes our big spells uncounterable in addition to our creatures in general. So this no doubt gets a counter spell out of them. Also it can't be countered. It's a spell that can't be countered. That stops spells from being countered. We're actually drawing exactly what we need. Wowee. So we want what do we want now? Third blue. That's something we want. Instant speed. Oh my goodness. Oops, they said. Do we Genesis ultimatum here? I mean, we could run right into a board wipe, but it is Genesis ultimatum after all. Oh, you got to, right? Do we have to? I guess I could do Guardian Project Frilled Mystic. That's a safer line, right? Hit you for 5. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I want a Frilled Mystic so badly. So they hit me for 7. Yeah. They have to answer Thrix in order to stop us from Genesis ultimatuming. So that's like a big amount of their mana they've got to spend, which then I can Frilled Mystic and then they counter, and then I'm definitely going to Genesis ultimatum, because then I'm 1 board wipe down. Counter magic down, all that. So now you have to counter that. But you can't. Screw you, Teferi. Screw you. I do not like you. Alright, so we drew the absolute nuts there. I love that. I'm not sure about that line, because, I mean, we had a counter spell that couldn't be countered. I'm sure Teferi players love that. We just had creature spells can't be countered. Non-creature spells can't be countered. This spell does lots and lots and lots and lots of things. I think the Illuna plan was probably the worst one that we could have gone with. I think Genesis Ultimatum opens up our graveyard for Uro later down the line, so yeah, our opponent's entire deck doesn't work when we interacted with it, so yay! Alright guys, well that's going to do it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know what you think down of the deck below, what you would cut, what you would add, because I'm going to be building this deck, I think, myself later down the line, so if you want to inspire me, then you can do that down in the comment section. But other than that, though, hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!